afternoon from here in Nigeria.
Yes. Yeah, so you're welcome to the Anaways Proud to be a Teacher YouTube channel.
Wow.
And we've gone for a very long break and we are back
Oh,
due to one
yes.
thing or the other. And we thank God for this very day.
Yes, so
Please don't stop to view our videos. Don't stop liking our videos and don't stop subscribing to our YouTube channel. We really appreciate this because we know that God will be using us to bless you one way or the other. Yes, sir. Right.
yes, so
Okay. Once again, I am Mrs. Anowe Adebayo, and with me is
I'm Mr. Anowe Adebayo. I'm my husband. I'm proud to be one.
yes, and his wife. All right. Um, the last what's it called? The last topic we did was on teaching ministry, and my husband really laid emphasis on that. In fact, really did justice to that, especially on the aspect of what's it called in the Christendom. You understand? Talking about teaching ministry in the Christendom. I'm so sure you will be blessed by it. Now, in the secular world, now talking about today, we're talking about teaching ministry in the secular world. You understand? You know, what God has called so many of us, God has called us into teaching ministry and we don't even know. You understand? And some of us we know, but we are not, we are not allowing God to help us to, enter into that line because we feel we don't like, we feel the money is too small. Do you get it? Anyway, I would love to say this. I think we have up to 7 mountains. You understand? 7 mountains that the Lord has laid in our hearts to how will I put it now? The Lord has laid in our hearts as a believer, especially as a believer, you understand, to deal with. We have the educational aspects, we have the marriage aspects, we have the political aspects, media. We don't know, media is part of it. Or entertainment aspect, we have the religion aspect. Do you understand? But today I'll be emphasizing more on education. God has called so many of us into the educational line. You understand? And some of us don't know. I don't know why you. Maybe because we are not ready to hear God, or maybe because we don't want to know, or what have you. You understand? I'll use myself as an example. When I was young, I knew I'm going to be teaching people. You understand? I just love to teach people. You get? But when I got to the secondary school, I feel like I want to be a medical doctor and what have you. We always have different kind of dreams. But inwardly, I knew I'm going to be teaching people. Do you understand? But immediately I got saved, the Lord opened my eyes into what my ministry is, and I was able to know that I'm into educational line. I'm meant to teach. Do you understand? Aside from teaching the word, also teaching the students in school. And God really helped me, and God has been helping me. Though at first it wasn't palatable, because I feel like me, a teacher, a whole engineer, be a teacher. It wasn't palatable. I don't really like, because I feel like teachers don't have money. The way so many of us think, you understand? And I thank God that I obeyed Him, and I'm really enjoying it. You understand? And so many of us, we are also in that shoe. So many of us are also in that shoe. We feel like teaching ministry is not me, it's not my own. I'm not into it, I don't like it. While those people that are not even meant to be teaching are teaching in school right now. That's where I'm going to. So many people that are not even meant to be a teacher are teaching. Why? Because they want to earn money. Why? Because all they need is money. Because you that are meant to be a teacher, that God has called you into this ministry, you are sitting there at home, or you are in a company presently doing what is not, and you know that you are frustrated in that company, but you don't want to agree with that because you're enjoying the money. You are not at peace. I'm talking to someone right now. You are not at peace in that company, but you feel like I'm collecting a lot of money, I need to settle a lot of bills. But we're not talking about money here. The money is also part of it, but we shouldn't emphasize more on money, but on peace of mind and what fulfillment. The most important thing is where you are working right now, you find the fulfillment. God has put into your heart that you are meant to be in educational line. You're not there. You'll find missing. Instead, you are occupying the space of someone else, which is not meant to be. And those children are craving to hear from you. Now those children, they want to hear from that, they want to hear your voice, they want to hear that thing that God has deposited in you, they want to learn from you, and you need to impart them, but you are nowhere to be found. This is a word for you. You understand? We are calling you forth right now into the teaching. This is what God has called you into. You know in your heart this is the ministry for you. So you shouldn't just stay there and allow those people that are not even called into it to be there. I'm teaching and I've seen so many things. In fact, I'll say I've taught for 5 years now, and I've seen so many things happening in school. Those people that are not going to this teaching ministry, you see, they don't do things, they don't teach effectively. Yes, I'm telling the truth right now. You either see them in their class, in their office, sleeping when they are meant to be teaching. You understand? When they are coming to school, they're always frustrated because they are not into the ministry. Perhaps they're even meant to be in the company where you are right now. Do you get it now? And so many of these people, they engage in examination malpractice. Why? Because they don't teach their students well. So they feel that there's nothing here, and they collect money from these students. They extort money from them just to teach them the example. And you call yourself a teacher. So many of these people, they are not in the teaching ministry. I'm talking about so many of these people, they are not in the teaching ministry. And that's why the life of some of these students are useless. And that's some of them, they lack discipline. You know, you don't expect a student that already have the expectation of being taught in the exam hall, doing WAEC, to read. You don't expect him or her to read. It's not possible. You know, my husband is also a teacher, he's also a witness. You don't expect such a person to read. You already had it in mind that, come in no exam, so why should I read?
Even the times their mind will be naturally weak.
Exactly.
Because of the malpractices. So the mind they've not been able to use, they won't be able to believe in themselves. Self-confidence will be taken away. Even before writing the examination.
That is the point. Self-confidence will be taken away even before writing the exam at all. Why? Because those people that are meant to teach them are not doing the right thing. They are not teaching them. You are taking you're a physics teacher, or a maths teacher, or even a computer teacher, even an economics teacher. You are taking only the theoretical aspects. The children don't know anything about the practical aspects, and they are going to do it in the exam. What's it called? In the external exam. How do you expect them to cope? I was asking a student in my school that how far this also teacher, is this person taking the practical aspects? They said no. I was not like most times what you see is going to speed up what you are being taught in class. What you see, pictures are pictures. They are very, very powerful. You understand? To be humans, pictures are powerful. That's what helps most of these children. Once they see pictures, it's stamped, it's get into their mind. Or practical. Like I'm taking computer now. I ensure that I engage my students in the practical aspect, such that not that I'll not be teaching them in the class and they won't see what I'm teaching them practically. It is very wrong. And you call yourself a teacher. All you just want to do is just be collecting money from either the government or the private organization or the owner of the school. It is very disastrous. Very soon you also have your own company or your business. How do you want to run it? If you're running people's organization or anything, anyhow, it is very disastrous. In fact, I need to really talk more on this, especially this examination malpractice, because it's just too rampant. You understand? That's the problem. Those people that are meant to teach, they are somewhere out. Those people are meant to be in this ministry. Because whether you like it or not, teaching. Being a teacher is a ministry. It's a ministry. It's not only when you are a pastor. No. If you are working in the media and God has called you into it, what you are doing, you are ministering to people. So we are called into different ministry. You understand? So wherever God has called you into, do it well. You understand? Wherever you're meant to be, just allow God to help you. You understand? Since he's your creator, so he knows how he's going to help you. So back into teaching ministry, in as much as God has called you into this ministry, it's going to be difficult at first. It might not be palatable, but I assure you are going to enjoy it. You understand? You can't be imparting into the lives of people and God will not do wonders in your life. It's not possible. I'm a living testimony. My husband is also a living testimony. You understand? So if you know that you are not into this teaching ministry, don't just do it because of money. Do you understand? Don't do it because of money. Please stop destroying the lives of these students. Stop destroying their life. Don't make them see examination malpractice as a norm. Because I was talking to a sister, and the girl is making me understand that teaching her in the exam hall, in the examination hall, is a normal thing. That's the way she's making me feel. She's making me feel like it's a norm. It's my teacher that is teaching me. A small girl saying that, how much when she gets to SS? Do you understand? So teachers, please try as much as possible not to engage the students in all this. It won't take you anywhere. In fact, it's going to lessen you as a teacher. You'll be degraded as a teacher. You won't be respected. That's what I've seen so far. Those people that do this, the teachers that do this thing, they are not always respected at all. And students see them as someone that is not a real teacher, someone that cannot impart them. They see them as someone that they cannot even approach for advice or counsel. As a teacher, you should be a counselor. Students should be able to approach you for solutions to their problems. They should be able to meet with you and ask you questions. Okay, please, how can you help me? I'm having issues in my family. How can you help me? That's a teacher. You understand? I mean, a teacher that is going into the ministry. You should be someone that will be patient with your students. Okay, not that I remember when I was in JS3, there's this particular maths teacher. Whenever he teaches us, I always start at the front. He always focus on only me in the class. In such a way that after the class, virtually all the students and all my colleagues comes to me, to meet with me, like, please, can you explain this thing to them? Most I feel frustrated because I can't teach all the class. Yes, not that they are not dull, but the kind of teacher we had then is not a real teacher. I will say it in quotes, it's not a real teacher, because you can't be taking just a student out of 30 students in a class and you only focus on just a student and you call yourself a teacher. I'm so sorry to say you are not a real teacher. In fact, if possible, you should be sacked. Then I thought the man was helping me, but I never knew that it was when I came to this teaching ministry, I discovered, and this educational line, I discovered that it was not really teaching. Seriously speaking, I would even say it's lecturing, but lecturers even don't behave like that. You understand? So whether you're a lecturer or you're a teacher, please let people see the impacts. Let students see that impact of you being a teacher or a lecturer. Don't just be useless. Don't just collect money. Be effective. I don't know if my husband has anything to say.
I will just conclude this way. If you are a teacher in the secular world and you engage in examination malpractices, you are not a teacher, you are a cheater.
Wow.
You are cheating destiny. You are cheating the future of Nigeria. Imagine a world where we don't have pilots that are mentally inclined. We don't have doctors that are mentally inclined. We don't have engineers that are mentally inclined. We don't have security personnel that are mentally inclined. Do you know how good the world will be in terms of the other way? Do you know how hazardous the world we live in? Can you buy the ticket of such a flight whereby the pilot is saying, I didn't finish well in school, and you're already in the air? Or the doctor want to perform some surgical operation on your parent, and he's telling you, I'm not a well qualified medical doctor. How will you feel? That's the kind of world you are building. And mind you, your reward will not even be in heaven. God will start giving you a reward on earth through terminal diseases and penury. I pray God be with every one of us in Jesus' name.
Amen. Thanks so much, Obi, and thanks to you that is going to watch this particular video, and those people that watch it in the future. Thanks so much, and thanks for listening. I'm so sure you've been inspired by this teaching. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. They are now always proud to be a teacher, and I'm so sure that God will keep using us to bless you. Have a wonderful day. Bye.